Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back to the perhaps slowest running tutorial for Factorio on YouTube, but also the best one. I found a little problem here, which I knew was going to occur, but I wanted to show you because I think it's somewhat educational, and I'm doing that throughout this series. There are going to be a few issues that I know are going to arise, but I think it's important to see how those problems occur and how to get them solved. And this is one of those cases. So if we look at our map, we can see all these flashing yellow signs, which mean that the bots are waiting for material for construction. Okay, so they're trying to get all these belts upgraded, and they can't do it because there are no red belts. So why are there no red belts? Okay, it's missing yellow belts, and the yellow belt machine is not doing anything. And that's because this one is turned off. Okay, now this is set to run whenever there are fewer than 400 transport belts. Now, if we press the L key, that brings up the logistic network, so you can see what you have in your network. And we can see that there are actually 644 transport belts in the network. Now, the problem is they're not here, so they can't get into this machine. They're in the storage chests, which are up here, right? Yeah, so if we look at the contents of this chest, 644. Okay, so this is not allowing anything more to come out. But at the same time, we don't have a means yet to get those belts from there over here. Now, eventually we will have them once we get logistic system researched. But for now, I want to get more belts made while we wait for that to take place. So what I'll do in the meantime is I'll just put a red inserter there with no control on it. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Or we can just manually, there, I'll feed some belts in there, and then the bots, the bots will come and get it. And then when I get resupplied, that should be coming, yeah, that's coming from the storage chests. All right. So the bots will prioritize the storage chests over the passive providers in most cases. If you go to the Factorio cheat sheet, there is a section there on logistic network priorities, and I'm looking for it right now. Let's see. Well, I know it's in there. I can't find it at the moment. Oh no, I actually, maybe it's not in the cheat sheet. I think it's in the Factorio wiki. And we'll get into that more later once we have logistic system researched. But until then, we'll just do it this way, right? And we need another 470 something. So I'll just dump that out again. Actually, let me keep a few for myself. Okay, so that'll get a lot of the stuff pulled out of storage, and we'll get this running again. But we'll come back and fix that in a little while once we have access to the other logistic chests. Okay, so between this episode and the last, I've set up another iron mine. This one's much bigger than the previous. I don't have any flamethrowers on this one. I didn't bother setting that up because I would like to get my base wall done before I spend a lot of time, beefing up defenses on these outposts. For now, it looks like we're doing good enough. Okay, but until then, I would like to get these utility science packs done so that we can get some of this other research taken care of, specifically logistic system. Okay, so let's take a look. So utility science packs need the robot frames, which we've already got. We need blue circuits, which we're not making yet. And we need low density structures, which we're not making yet. Okay, so let's get started with the blue circuits. Those are very important. Factorio calculator says that I need 6.7 machines making blue circuits. Let's decide where we want to put those. I think up here would be very nice. Okay, we'll start by clearing some trees. Oh, one nice little trick is if you want to clear a lot of trees and rocks and you have other structures in the way, open up your deconstruction planner, put it in your inventory, and then right-click on it, and you can set filters on it. And there's very conveniently a checkbox here. If you check that, trees and rocks only, then you can run it over all sorts of stuff, and it'll only select trees or rocks. Okay, so we'll use that to mark all those for deconstruction. I need some more RoboPort coverage over here. And for that, I'm lacking steel plate. So let's grab some steel. All right, I'll craft 2 of those. And I should really be making some of these automatically because we're going to need a lot of RoboPorts to build our defensive wall. So let me get that going. Let's see, would this be a good place for it? It would be. I'm going to have to relocate this steel line once again. There we go. It's a little it's a little weird, but it should work. Okay, so we need gears. We need lots of red circuits. And we need lots of steel. Whoops. Let's go the other way with that. There we go. Those are going to craft rather slowly. And let's shoot for, I don't know, let's say 20. Because we don't need, we're going to need a lot of them to build the wall. But I don't want to, I don't want to make like hundreds of these things and just have them sitting around because they're rather expensive in terms of resources. Okay, this is continuing to go rather nicely. I'll put some more yellow belt in there. Okay, so let's start making blue circuits. So like I said, the calculator tells me that I need, pardon me, I'm going to put this other RoboPort here. Even though that's, that's not maximizing the range. But I think putting a RoboPort in between each of my different construction areas is somewhat convenient. Okay. So let's come out, we'll come out to about here. Now let's go out a little farther. All right. So this says I need 6.7. I think I'm just gonna double that, and we'll do, let's do 12. I like nice even numbers, or we could do 14. Yeah, let's do 14. So I'm gonna do, no, we'll do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Right, and we have to rotate these so that the chemical input is on the side that we want. Right, and you've seen this before now. This is fairly simple to set up. We need sulfuric acid. We need 2 red circuits and 20 green circuits each. Crafting speed is 10 seconds. Okay, so that means that each side, I've got 6 on a side. So each side will need 120 electronic circuits every 10 seconds, which is 12 per second, which we can't manage with a full yellow belt. Or we can manage with a full yellow belt. We can't manage with half a yellow belt. Okay, so we're going to need, first let's connect the pipes. All right, so that would mean that we need a full yellow belt of green circuits. Yeah. And then half a yellow belt of red circuits. Or we could do, if we use red belt, then we can do half and half. Because the other challenge is that because of these pipes, I'm only going to be able to get essentially 1 set of inserters there. Right? If I put any farther away, they're not going to reach. So this will best be done with red belts. Okay, so I'm going to need to grab some red belt. Looks like our construction is done. And we're going to need to start upgrading, pardon me, we're going to need to start upgrading the rest of the belts coming out of the smelting area. All right, so for now I'll just manually grab some of those belts. Again, I'll manually load some of this until we get our research done. Okay. So we'll have a red belt, and that's going to be half green and half red. So let's get that run up there. Actually, you know what might be good would be, let's mix them down here. Okay. And I need to get some red undergrounds. If I had more logistic slots, that would be nice, but I can't do any of those, can I? No, I need the yellow science packs to get more logistic slots. Normally I would be requesting red stuff automatically too, but I don't want to change what I've already got. All right, so I'll just grab some manually for now. And later on we'll add those automatically. Okay. Yeah, let's put that back. Right there. All right. This is going to be a little tricky. All right, well, that part's easy enough. Okay, yeah, that part's not bad. The question is, how do I get the red up there? All right, what if I do... if I do the green there, yeah, see, that's kind of getting in the way then, isn't it? Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, I know what we can do. There we go. Okay, and then we get the red undergrounds. So we can jump over our bus. There. Okay, and then we can use just regular red inserters or yellow inserters on the outputs. All right, and then same setup on this side. All right, throw in a few lights. And then we just need to repeat the same thing over here. Okay, let's get some more stone brick over here. I need to extend that path. I don't think I have any stone brick in the logistic network, but if I did, the construction bots would be helping with that. Okay, and then here, should be a little easier this time. There. Okay, and I'm going to want to prioritize the outputs on these like so. There we go. Okay, so because a yellow belt is 15 items a second and a red belt carries 30 items a second, you can completely empty a yellow belt onto 1/2 of a red belt. Okay, and that gets us this. I'm going to want to buffer some of those, but yeah, let's go ahead and set that up now. Make a few red chests. Right there. There, and we'll limit that to, I don't know, say 1 stack. I just want to have a stack of blue circuits for my own personal use. Okay, and stuff is getting destroyed. That's over at our new iron mine. All right, so I should go over and fix that before anything else gets destroyed. Let's take care of that real quickly, then we'll come back and finish the blue circuits. Let's see, where's that train going? Ah, okay. Now here's an interesting problem. We've got a traffic jam. All right, this one can't get in because that train's there. This one can't get out because that one's there. And this one can't get out because this one's here. All right, so that's a lot of problem. This one is for iron load 2. That's where I need to go anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this one back to where it came from. That'll clear this out. And this is another one of those problems that I wanted to happen so that I could explain how we can fix it. All right, so the problem here now is that we've got 3 trains all operating on a single section of rail, and there are going to be times like this where the traffic is too much for that to handle. So we're going to have to improve the traffic throughput of our rail system. All right, so I'm just going to add some more turrets. Let's check our power. We're doing fine on power. Actually, I want that train to come back here. Yeah, we got a traffic jam here too now. Okay, so now this one's trying to get down there. This one's trying to get up there. It's a mess. Right, now we could make some bypasses and things like that to give additional paths around these junctions. But I think a better way to go at this point would be to set up a 2-way rail. Get in there. To where we have one rail going in one direction, one rail going in the other direction. And we're going to need to do some stackers and things like that. So we'll get to that in the next episode. In the meantime, we'll just kind of manually manage these traffic jams. Because we'll need a lot of time to set that up. Okay. So back to green or blue circuits rather. Now for that we're going to need sulfuric acid. And where is our sulfuric acid going right now? It's going down here to make batteries, and that's it. All right, so we're going to need to pipe that over. Okay, and for that I want to use another section of this lower bus area to run the sulfuric acid. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need some landfill to get the pipes across the water there. So let me grab some stone. I'm going to pick up some stone brick too, because we need stone brick for the... Oh, don't auto trash that stone. Okay, I need that for the landfill. We'll make all the landfill, and then I'll get rid of the extra stone. Okay, and then I'm also gonna trash the brick, and that way the bots will have bricks to build that section of the walkway that I ghosted down earlier. Okay. And here, let's, okay. That wasn't very much landfill. Landfill takes a lot of stone. All right, where's my acid? Oh, it's over here. I don't need to go up that high. Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll branch off here. Okay. There we go. Now, one thing that annoys me sometimes, and probably does you too, is that when I'm trying to run in a straight line and I go over belts, it makes me move around. If you want to avoid that, there is this thing called belt immunity equipment. You craft one of those, and you put that inside your power armor. Okay, so we can remove one solar panel. It only takes a single slot. Okay, you put that there, and now when you can stand on belts and you don't move. Okay. I think I don't need this anymore, so let's just get rid of it. I'm not planning on using any more steel furnaces. Oh, crud. Okay. Well. That's what undergrounds are for, right? All right. And then we'll want that to come out here. It's a little messy. I could have planned these pipe paths better and avoided some of this ugly stuff, but it's not a big deal. Okay. That's unfortunate. Very messy. Okay. Okay, so there's the first one, and now we're making blue circuits at last. Oops. You really have to go with the undergrounds. It's not quite long enough to reach otherwise. There. And that covers the other side. Okay. Good. So, blue circuits, check. Now the other thing we need are low density structures. We're not making those yet. These will later be used to make rockets. But we also need them for science packs. So that's copper, steel, and plastic bars. Let's see what the calculator says. Calculator says we need 20 machines making those. And that's just for science packs. So that means we'll need even more than that to do our rocket later, unless we decide that we're not going to launch rockets and make science packs at the same time. I think that would be reasonable. So let's just build the 20 low density structures, and I think we'll do that down here. Okay, I'm going to move this there. That's got 13 construction bots in it, so let's get rid of those. Except now I lost my own. we go. Okay. That's 10. And that's 10. All right, so these are all low density structures. You know, the other thing we could do is, let's be smart about this. Let's use the bots. Okay, so these take 20 seconds to make. And if I have 10 of them on each side, so each side, let's see, 200 copper plates in 20 seconds is 10 per second, right? So again, that's half a red belt, or in this case, I can just use a full yellow belt. Okay, so let's have a full yellow belt with copper, and then we'll have a shared yellow belt with the plastic and the steel. Okay, so we'll put, let's see, for 20 seconds, 20 items in 20 seconds, I can actually use yellow inserters. And then we'll need red inserters for the other stuff. Yeah, and I think that'll cover it. And then we'll put a light there. And then we repeat the same pattern over here. Okay. And I did it this way so that we can just have the bots help us build it. Right, we don't have to do everything ourselves. All right, and then we need to get some more power over there. There we go. All right, so copper here and copper here. Let's get some more walkway over here, fellas. All right, so this is our first copper line. Right there. Okay, and then I'm going to copy that. Let's get that last underground, because that's going to need to go there. Those are my bots doing the work. Okay. Okay, I'll put priority on the right side. There we go. And we'll do the same there. Okay, so that's 2 full yellow belts. And then we need plastic and steel. But that means I need to get plastic brought down to the bus because I don't have it there currently. All my plastic is going here. Okay. Oops. And I think that's going to need to be upgraded to a red belt. Okay, and we'll bring that down here next to the batteries. There's the steel. Okay, so that needs to come down here. And then I think what I'll do is I'll split it so that I only have to do this one time. Okay. So right here is where we want the combined steel and plastic. There we go. Okay, and now at this point, it becomes fairly simple. We just need to make the utility science packs. Now these craft 3 at a time. All right, so if we were going for 1 per second, we would be tempted to make 21 machines since it's a 21-second cycle time. But because we are getting 3 with each cycle, we can divide that by 3. So we need 7 machines making utility science packs. And let's make those up here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then these just need those 3 ingredients, so 2 belts. Like that. Okay. There's that. And then our output on this side. Oops. A few lights. Okay, and we're ready to go. Right, so 2 blue circuits, 1 robot frame, 3 low density structures. And here I'm just going to do this. There's our blue circuits. And then this belt can carry the robot frames and low density structures. All right, doing this backwards is not super efficient, but okay. Yeah, let's bring it up here, actually. I don't have any other belts there, so that's where we'll send the low-density structures. Okay, and then the robot frames. Can go here. belt for the science packs. I'm going to steal some of these blue circuits right now. The blue circuits are what enables us to make more fancy stuff like the high-end power armor and other nice goodies. Okay, so now we're making yellow science packs. Let's get that fed over to the labs, and that'll do it for today. Now the other thing we could do, at this point we could use bots. Well, we can't use bots yet because we don't have requester chests, but we could at some point convert this to put our science packs on into the robot network. All right, so here I got a problem. There we go. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Got extra plastic. I got extra copper cables. Now, once we get the logistics chests researched, then we'll be able to start doing things to get rid of some of the items that we don't necessarily want to be holding on to. That go into our logistics network, but then, a lot of that stuff we don't necessarily want that hanging around in the logistics network either. For example, this copper ore and iron ore, we don't. There's no reason for us to keep that in there. It could be doing us some good, being put to use to make more plates. So once we get that research done, we'll have access to active providers, requester chests, and buffer chests, and those will allow us to put down a logistics chest that requests items to be filled rather than just having chests to take items out. Okay, and research is now underway. Awesome. How's our power situation? Not bad. We'll need to start doing additional power soon. We still only have these 2 steam lines. So we could certainly expand this and make more steam power. Or we could start switching over to solar or nuclear. And I think I'm probably going to do both just so that I can show you both ways to do it. Now, for me personally, in most of my games, I'll usually go from steam power directly to nuclear power. But some people prefer solar to nuclear. So I'd like to show you how to do both of those things. All right. So, but that's going to do it for this time. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. We only have one more science pack we need to get done, which is the production science pack. And it's more of the same stuff. We got to start crafting a few ingredients and then get them brought up to the main build. Now that one is also 3 every 21 seconds. So I think for that, I'm actually just going to build those here. And that way we'll put those on the same belt as these. Because again, this is just going to be another case of 3 ingredients being inserted into the machines. Right. We just don't have the ingredients yet, but it won't be long before we can get that taken care of. So That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.